Mr. Bombastic. The orders and bombastic, romantic, fantastic lover. Shaggy. Mr. Lover, lover. Now Mr. Lover, lover. Girl. Mr. Lover, lover. Now Mr. Lover, lover. She call me Mr. Bombastic. Tell me fantastic. Put me on the box, she says. Hello. This is Mr. Rankin, and welcome to the continuation of our mathematics series. At this time, we'll be looking at lesson 5.1, special right triangles, focusing on the 45, 45, 90 degrees triangle. Now, to help us in understanding this concept, let us start with a square. So please draw a square. Now, let the length of each side equal to x. Then draw the diagonal and use the Pythagorean theorem to find its length in terms of x. For me, please. So, using a square plus b square equal to c square, using the Pythagorean theorem, and replacing a and b with x, we get x squared plus x squared equal to c squared. Then, adding like terms, we get 2x squared is equal to c squared. Thereafter, we take the square root of both sides. So we have the square root of 2x squared is equal to the square root of c squared, which gives x root 2 is equal to c. Remember, c is our hypotenuse. So the length of the hypotenuse, c, is equal to the length of the leg, times the square root of 2. You get it? C represents the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is equal to the leg times the square root of 2. Now this is the fundamental concept for the 45, 45, 90 degree triangle. Do you understand? It's very but I'm going to show you that you don't have to use the Pythagorean theorem every time when you're using the 45, 45, 90 degree triangle. Okay? So let us summarize what we have done. So let's take another 45, 45, 90 degree triangle. Here you can see the leg. Both legs are equal. 45, 45. Those angles are equal. And the 90 degree angle right there. The hypotenuse is here. So, what is the length of the hypotenuse? You should be able to get that from what we just done. The hypotenuse is equal to the length of the leg times the square root of 2. Get it? So if you know the length of the leg, multiply by the square root of 2, you get the hypotenuse. It does not matter what number you use. Understand the concept, please. It also helps if you make some notes. I can tell you, I can explain to you. You're not going to understand it until you can deal with the information for yourself. You have to make sense of that information, which means you have to have the information. So, hypotenuse is equal to the leg times the square root of 2. That's the fundamental concept. That's what you're supposed to understand from this lesson. So, 45, 90 degrees. You go across from the 45, you get to the leg. So we have a leg below that. You go across from the next 45, you get another leg below that. Those legs are equal. In a 45, 90 degree triangle, remember it's an isosceles rectangle, both legs are equal. This is something you need to remember. The 90 degree angle points to the hypotenuse. That's the longest side. Okay, the hypotenuse is always across from the right angle. Good. So, number one, if the length of the leg is x, okay, then the length of the next leg must be x also. Good. What then is the hypotenuse? That is x times the square root of 2. That's the fundamental concept. Now, x represents the length measure. X can be any number. Any number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. X can be any number. When you get to your number, use it to replace x. That's all you have to do. And then you use the concept where hypotenuse is equal to the length times square root of 2. Is there anyone who don't understand? Please let me know now. All right. Now let's take number 2. You're given that the leg is 4. Good. What then is the next leg? That is also 4. Good. Now, what is your hypotenuse? The hypotenuse is, what did you say? Okay, did you say 4 root 2? Yes, the hypotenuse is 4 root 2. Good. Now let's see if you're catching on. I'd like you to do 3, 4, 5, and 6 for me. I'm going to let it hang a little, then I'm going to move it. 3, 4, 5, and 6. You need to copy these down for me. Now, I'm going to collect these answers when I next meet with you in class. 3, 4, 5, and 6. In number 3, you're given the leg. Number 4, you're given a leg also. Number 5, you're given the hypotenuse. And number 6, you're given the hypotenuse. Now, I'd like to see how you work these problems. Do not guess, do not copy. I await your answer. All right, Shaggy, take us out. Smooth, just like a silk. Soft and cuddly, up me up like a quilt. I'm a lyrical lover. Now take me in a build with my sexual physique.